Have you ever wondered if Shotokan is effective? Well, today I'm going to give you an answer. Watch more and learn in this video. Hi guys, if you're watching my channel for the first time, I'm Yusuke, a karate coach in Japan, and thank you so much for checking out today's video. Today I'm going to be covering 4 types of Shotokan techniques that can be used in Kumite. So let's get started. So let's start with the first technique, Iozuki. Iozuki in Japanese means a following punch. So in the traditional kata, it would be something like this. Like this. You're following, you're stepping in with one side, you're punching with the same side arm. How you use this in Kumite, the landing of the foot slightly changes. However, from here, you're gonna punch and land in. This can be connected to a double punch, like this. So this is one way to use Iozuki. The tutorial for Iozuki, simply, is first, you're gonna relax the leg. You're gonna lunge forward and apply the punch. This is commonly seen in a lot of the katas actually. Maybe almost all of the punches, not all, but 70% of the punches in Shotokan are Oizukis. And the difference between other styles in Shotokan is the length we can cover. In, let's say, Shitoryu, yes, they do have Oizuki, but the stances aren't as wide. Therefore, the focus on the leg is different between other styles in Shotokan. If you look at the Okinawan styles, it's more of a shorter range, right? So when you practice the Shotokan Oizuki, you get this leg muscles and the usage of the body to lunge forward and connect the punch. So that was the first technique that Shotokan can be applied. The second technique is Maiugiri and then a punch. So let's say in the kata of Jion, you have this, and then you go this, right? If I show it to you from this way, bang, 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 this punch. So how we apply this in the actual Kumite is exactly it. From here, you're gonna do the kick. Before the leg lands, you're gonna follow it with a punch. Bam, bam, and then you go 1, 2. So if I do it a little bit smoother, it's like this, 1, 2, 3. Relax, relax. Just 1 is okay as well. So this, there are some key points here. Make sure you don't open up the body too early. What I mean is, if you open up the body by this point, it's obvious that a kick is coming. You have to keep your body close to the middle, whatever the style is. If you're going for a more of like a kumite, sports kumite kind of kamae, or like a traditional karateka kind of kamae, or a little bit higher kamae, whatever it is, make sure you don't open up. Keep yourself tight and kick. Apply the first kick. Then from there, and then go into a punch. Don't open up the elbow, go straight in. Another key point is not to land and then punch. What I mean is in Jion too, you don't want to go bang, 1. This is too slow. And you're not using this front momentum. You're landing, and then you're just punching with the arms. That's not good. You want to use this velocity of the leg onto the punch. So therefore, in the kata too, when you practice, you go from here, you go here. Now, that's the timing of the kime. In kumite too, after the kick happened, here. You can punch as you land or before you land, either way. As your body weight is moving, that's when you apply the punch. The next 2 points aren't going to be the actual technique. However, it'll be more of like a technical point that you can apply to any movement in Kumite. The first one is the relaxation or the slide of your knee. What I mean is this movement. This is a pretty critical technique that people cannot do, even if they're doing Shotokan, so please listen carefully. From here, let's say you just move forward in the front stance. This is what some people do. This. How they're moving the leg in this situation is they're kicking with the backside and they're landing with here. So if I exaggerate the way they're moving, it's like this. The engine's at the back, you're doing this. However, that's not how we move in Shotokan or in a lot of the karate styles. From here, what you do first is this line from the hip to the knee, you slide that forward first. Here. Here. So it's like you're the dam. You're holding onto the water and the wall breaks and everything flows forward. Put this. With that, you're gonna contract the leg here. Don't kick, okay? From the back, put your hand on the hips and slide it forward. With this slide, same time. There's gonna be less information given to the opponent compared to this. So that's the first step. Once you get this, you can connect it to a punch. The first Iozuki we covered is a very good example of that. You relax this down, and then you punch. It's different from you going this. This is too obvious. Here, you relax this down. Same thing with kicks. If you do like this, 1, 2, that's one way to do it. 1, 2. But that's too much power and too much information on the first step. Instead, what you do is you relax this down. You relax this down. Here. And you kick. Here, this drop or slide kind of motion. What else can we use this for? Maiugiri. If you do the Maiugiri, if you keep this side stiff and kick, the leg is not going to go forward as much. If you slide this forward, it goes forward more. From here, throw forward more. So whatever you do where the back leg comes to the front side, this relaxation or the slide of here can be utilized. So please practice that. Last one is having your pelvis stable with a rather long stance. Let me explain a little bit. In Shotokan, since we have a longer stance compared to other styles, we have to learn how to keep our pelvis from not going up and move in that long stance. It's relatively easy to do that with a higher stance because there's not that much pressure applied to your legs. However, if you have to do that while having a low stance, that takes the step game to a new level. Therefore, what you have to do is, whatever you're doing, zenkusudachi, kokusudachi, kibadachi, you cannot be like this, always in. Here, here. So when you're doing sparring as well, from here, you will learn how to naturally stand like this and not like this. These are very weak, but this is very stable, whatever you're doing. Boxers, they might be curled up, but they don't have the hip out. So if you do Shotokan and katas, you can learn the way to always stay in a strong stance. So that was my fourth point. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Those 4 are pretty important when you learn Shotokan. So make sure, if you're the type of person that's wondering, how is this going to benefit my kumite or sparring? Here's the answer for you. Especially work on the last 2 points. Stabilization of the pelvis and the relaxation of the front knee. Those can be applied in a lot of different ways, so please practice that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other kumite tutorial videos, and I will see you guys in the next video.